Hey, it's Bitty Penny. Welcome to my channel. I hope you guys are doing great. Happy Wednesday. Yeah, it's like the actual day I'm supposed to be live. But I make up the rules, so I get to bend the rules too. I hope you guys are doing well. I have lots of stuff on my desk. That's because I have lots of things I want to play with. So, um, we are going, I want to show you because I kind of forgot to mention it in my video, but I want to show you what the sheet load is meant to do. So when I made these cards for the sheet load this month, I just really wanted, I don't know, this is what I wanted to make, and I didn't have any 6x6 paper that would get me there the way that I wanted to go. And so, but I want to show you what I designed the sheet load to do for us little old 5x7 card makers. So I think that's what we'll do today. And I've had these fabulous dies just hanging out in my craft room, waiting on me to figure out my die cutting situation. And I think that's resolved. So I have these Gummiapan dies, which I'm going to play with today. I have this Hobby Lobby clearance 6x6 paper, which I'm going to play with today. Gosh, I love this paper pad. Floral on hot pink. Yes, ma'am. And then, but I thought we would just get another page done in this little journal because there's only, I think, 5 pages left. So this is where we're going to start. I have one over here. Yeah, we got a purple one over here. So I want to work and get this thing done. And it won't take that much to collage this little area. Let me find, looking for quotes. I really need to keep a folder on my desk for when I have extra collage elements that I don't use. Find your balance would be fun, especially if I try to put like something funny on a tightrope. That might be really fun for that. So let's do that. So I've got the sheet load. That's what we're going to do today. It's going to go quick. I'm not going to be on here for hours and hours. Don't worry. And I'm probably going to use my Gummiapan with that paper because I don't have any ephemera that goes with it. But first, let's just do a little collage here. Work in my art journal. I still have a video that I want to release for when I started this journal. Of course, we made it in a live real quick and easy one day. But I came back and I made a video and I need to get that out to you guys. All right. Good morning, Miss Vicky, our beautiful retired lady. And hello, Maddie and Dana and Jennifer. Hi, Tina. Welcome from Sweden. Oh, I love your country. It's beautiful. Which is so funny because I think these are from Denmark though. But Gummiapan, probably something you're familiar with. Welcome, welcome. Okay, and Miss Beth, I was thinking about you this morning, and I was thinking, wish I could be on with Beth. Wish I could be on with more friends. That was so fun. I'm actually watching them both at the same time. Oh. Hi, Elena. Is somebody on? Hi, Tana. Oh my gosh, how you doing? Oh, that witch on the broomstick is pretty funny for Find Your Balance. She's a little small. What if we have someone balancing on a horse? Let's turn it this way, shall we? Yeah, she's pretty funny. What if I put her on a horse? I think that would be kind of funny. Let's do that. This little art journal is just for fun quotes and good times with collage. Look, I don't have enough supervision, okay? I bought the Sharpie acrylic markers, y'all, and they're amazing. I have no regrets. I know I said I wasn't going to until I used up my Ohuhus, but I did it anyways. So I think I'm going to balance her on a horse. Let's do the horse call. Where are you, horse? There you are. I think it needs to be probably this one, and I like that she's going the opposite direction. So those two, check and check. Amazing things to cut out and collage. I like this one because everything is scaled really small when it comes, for the most part, when it comes to the people. There's different sizes. But yeah, I really, really like this one. The one that I've always used is not right by my side, so I'm not going to worry about it. But the big pink one. All right. I think the witch will look good on this purple background. So let's take it out. This one was a lot of fun. That was fun. Okay. Translated rubber monkey. What? OMG. Yeah. I'm still trying to get caught up. Hi, Angie. Oh my gosh. Angie, when I am going, I'm like, bub, 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 bub. And planning our vacation to Kansas City, Missouri for Paperganza. I looked up, whatever, fun things to do in Kansas City, Missouri. Well, hello, there's the Hallmark. Hallmark is from Kansas City, Missouri, like the greeting cards, and they have a big, beautiful space there. Oh my goodness. Go Hallmark. What is she doing? What does she have? I don't even know what she's holding on to. We might have to make Girly a different broomstick. It's got like flags on it. It looks like she stole her husband's fishing pole and attached a broom to it, and her son's bike handles. She is witchy. I'm just saying. We're going to cut that out. We're going to have to make her a new broomstick, y'all. That's just too much craziness for me. I think we're going to have to make her a new broomstick. And that's not a witch's hat. That's a wizard's hat. This girl's confused, but she's doing her best, you know. I understand. Even though Halloween doesn't exactly sneak up on you every year, there's been years I wasn't prepared and I just had to throw something together. That's exactly what happened to this lady, you know. She just wasn't quite prepared for all that. Don't get lost on her background, girlfriend. My favorite horse is a paint horse with all the spots. I love those. One of our neighbors has a Dalmatian. I saw a neighbor out walking a Dalmatian the other day. It's just a breed I don't see very often. That was cool. I guess I like spotty animals. She might be flying on a paintbrush, y'all. Does anybody else here? It's a motorized broom, right, Vicky? She's got places to go. That's what it is. Yeah, I would usually, when I'm just like throwing a costume together, it would be so obscure nobody would know what it was. The last time I did that, I made a huge African mask and African-like mask, and it scared everyone. Well, it's Halloween. They were like, oh my God, what is that? The kids. Poor little girl was so little, and she's like, I ain't going over there. I don't want any candy that bad. I'm trying to figure out how her feet are gonna go. I might just tilt her this way like she's about to take flight. I don't know if this is going to work for me, but we'll see. We'll see. My friend Kathy sent me some paintbrush washi stickers. Let me see. Just playing in an art journal. It's, you know, low risk. It's just paper and it's just for fun. So that's the beauty of it all. Low risk, high reward, really. Excuse me. All right. Oh my goodness. Let's see. Miss Dana, I was thinking about you this weekend. I can't remember what I was thinking, but I was thinking about you. I'm starting to find more Texas crafters. I feel like maybe we should have a meetup or something. Here they are. Kathy printed these for me on washi paper. And that just kind of blew my mind. But yeah, I want to go see the Hallmark Museum. Sorry, I'm jumping all over the place. It's because I'm tired. I want to go, we're going to go to the Jazz Museum because I love jazz music. I know it's like, it's all about me. But basically, we're showing up in Kansas City, Missouri early so we can do some of these things together. And then what my family does when I'm at Paperganza for a few days is totally up to them. But those are the things I've requested. You know, I'm an early bird, so even if I got up early, but I don't know, I need to look and see what time the Hallmark thing opens. They're just going to have to bear with me, or I'll find me some girlfriends that want to go. Yep, she's riding a paintbrush, y'all. Just trimming off that extra hand in the back. I might take the horse out of the equation. See, this is why I need like a fussy cutting, a collage envelope, which I should have some envelopes, extra envelopes. But yeah, I just need one for all the extra collage things that I cut out and don't use. That would be super handy. I think we're going to go without the horse. That was too much. We're going to go do something like this. And then we're going to bring in my new Sharpies. I'll show you what I'm talking about. These. And they had two different color sets. They have one that's more muted. I think they call these earth tones. And then they had the regular kind of like bright colors. So I got them in two different tips. So there's a brush tip that you can get. Very nice. And there's a bullet tip. And you know what I like? I don't have to prime them. And you don't even have to shake them, I don't think. I mean, this one I want to shake, and it has a pin in it, but this one doesn't shake. I think it must have felt or something in there. I don't know. I don't know. But let's have some fun. I don't know. What do we want to put in the background? Like paint splotches? They're really opaque, which is awesome. And was that our 6 o'clock? Yeah, I can't take too long doing this, you guys. I'll just make it splotchy. This is just for fun. Let's do some like, so right now I'm using the bullet tips. Let's do some paint drips. I want our drips to be different sizes. You can go back over and darken them, I've noticed, which is nice. But yeah, this little art journal's got something to say. It's like a little quote journal. And then when Beth was when Beth was on with me, I showed her my art journal that her daughter was on, and showed her my childhood art journal. Art journaling is fun. It really is. Okay, so little witchy. She could also just be tiptoeing on something. Could just be a lady, a wizard, not really a witch, carrying a big heavy paintbrush. Let's get some more splatter of paint going on here. She's making a mess. I might go around her in yellow. If I had to pick, well, I don't know if I would pick. I like both. I really like the brush tip, I think. Yeah, if I had to pick, I would probably pick the brush tip. But I think it depends on what project you work with and what you like to work with. But I do really like this brush tip. Look at how well this covers. Like yellow is usually a very transparent color when you're working with acrylic paint. Most paints and things, yellow is a very transparent color, but it covers right on top of that dark purple. Oh, really? That's so funny, Beth. Ever since I showed you these cards, you've been seeing them everywhere. That's funny. So you can layer on top of these, which, oh gosh, and you can stick your hand in them when they're still wet and they'll come up. But yeah, you can layer. So if you want it darker, you can get it darker. I believe I have an Amazon delivery here. Is it anything fun for the craft room? No. No, it is not. Okay, I don't want to spend too long on this, but I could, this has still got to dry, but I could come in here and add more like details like I dotted in that one. Let's put kind of an oblong. Paint splatter here. She's messy like me. This one I think definitely needs another coat because you can see the lines. This is also moving a lot because the surface is slick. All right, let's just finish this thing off. I'm ready to move on. So find your balance. I wonder what the people that you've seen. Oh, it looks like she's in a water puddle. I like that. What have they been making, Beth? I know this is washi, but I'm going to glue it down because otherwise I'm going to have to tape it to paper and cut it out again. So I'm just going to glue it down. It's not like this journal has to, you know, it's not the end of the world if that were to ever try to pill up or something off its release paper. I'm not going to stress about it. We're just going to move on. This should be like a 5-minute thing. Paper Ganza is officially sold out. Woohoo! Oh, yeah. Let the good times roll. Okay, we're done, we're done, we're done. Starting to look kind of like a amoeba or something. I don't know, but I want a little white dotty kind of lace design going around some of these. Ooh, I like it. Okay, we're done for now. I can come back and add more to. Oh man, the white made this for me. I was not loving it until I put the white on it. And now I'm loving it. All right, let me find, I know it goes right here. All right. Yay, another one done. I probably should have been putting dates on these. I'm really bad about dating things, but that's all right. So, another page done. Now I only have 4 left. I might try to finish that this week. And I'll have a whole little journal done. Okay, we're doing the sheet load. Oh, did I stop the chat? Okay, hold on. Di is on, but she's almost over, I think. Oh, okay. You bought them too, Dana? They're awesome. Yes, her broom had handlebars. Yes, it was bicycle handlebars. Absolutely. Oh, cool. You're making cards for the card exchange. That's awesome. Is my camera really that crooked, y'all? What's going on here? There. Ooh. Send everyone sideways throughout their day. Can't be doing that. All right. So, when I designed the sheet load. I designed it, I mentioned it in my video, but I designed it because I have a ton of 6x6 paper pads, but I like to make 5x7 cards. So you guys know, I've kind of been coming up with my own card sketches where I can use 6x6 paper to make 5x7 cards. So that's the journey I've been on. And we're gonna do that this morning because that's really what I designed this sketch to do. That was the whole, for me, the whole intention behind it. So I'm not being particular here. I love the entire paper pad. I'm just going to pull out, I think 8 sheets. What's cool is basically you get a card for every sheet of paper. So it's a great way to smash your 6x6 paper pads. And I love that for us. Am I back at the beginning? Felt like I had that one. I don't. Okay. I think that's 8. How many designs are supposed to be in here? 20 designs. Oh, there's some different stuff. Okay. Let's take this one. Let's put this one back. And this is not a paper I would normally pick, so let's pick it. All right. Now, you've also seen me play with these paper pads with Desiree when Desiree was on with me, and we did our 3-minute journals, and I made little journals out of these paper pads. So that is another thing I really like to do with my 6x6 paper. We made these little 3-minute journals, and that was a whole lot of fun. But I'm also just trying to come up with card designs. So that's what, that was my whole objective with the sheet load, was to help us smash our 6x6 paper, not have scraps, and to make 5x7 cards. So let's do this. This is single-sided. So I pulled out probably more sheets than I need, but these come together super fast. All right, so let me make sure I got my numbers right. Nope, I've got 9 sheets. Well, that doesn't really matter. It doesn't really matter because it's 1 sheet per card. Okay, so let me show you. Now the sheet load makes, if you follow the exact cutting directions, 4 cards this month. I loved that. Sometimes I love a sheet load where I get, you know, a whole bunch of cards at once, but I also kind of just loved getting only 4 cards and just being like, it was quick. It was fast and quick. I know Beth said she had hers done in like an hour. They really are quick to make, but I'm going to take you through my thought process when I came up with the sheet load. Hey, Flo, how's it going? That's what I'm thinking, Angie. It won't be hard to find girlfriends willing to go to the Hallmark Museum. So I need to get on Facebook and connect and see. Yeah, Flo. It's not really, it's the headquarters, but they have a they have a museum or gallery there in their headquarters. They even have a scavenger hunt for little kids, which is cool. Hi, Cheryl. How's it going? Hey, Sala. You got the Arctic's dual tip brush, fine acrylic markers as a holiday gift. They don't have to be primed. I need to play with them. I don't know about those, Maddie, but actually there's an artist who I really admire who uses them, and so they're probably pretty good. I've only ever had one set that I did not like. Okay, so the sheet load. The the first thing to do is cut your paper to 4 by 6. Okay, so that's the first thing you do. You grab your 6 by 6 paper, you grab a drink, you grab a snack, you pick your papers, and then you cut them to 4 by 6. Make yourself 2 little piles, and you can make as many of these as you want. You can make 4, you can make 1, you can make 100. Whatever you need to do. I have lots of this paper, so we're just going to make a whole pile of them. Oh my gosh, I love this one. All right. The thing that's going to take the most time is embellishing them. Okay. So, paper, paper, paper. We've got our paper, whole bunch of it. And then these. Okay, I was looking to have no scraps. So that's one reason why I had you guys cutting this down to 1.5 inches. Because you can get 4 1.5 squares on this 6 inches. If I can measure, you can do it, bitty penny. And then girlfriend's got no scraps. Woohoo! So that's what you do with these little 2-inch strips, is you just cut those down to 1.5. I'm going to turn them that way probably. Was the idea that I had. I actually, when I made my sheet load the other day, I made them smaller. Because you can make them smaller too, if you want. And, you know, I know not everybody likes a wide white border. So this helps kind of fill in that gap. Hey, Gwen. I'm so glad you can join us. I know it's so early for some of y'all. My ridiculous hours. See, and just all day long, just cut out these little, for as many cards as you make, you're going to sit and cut out these little 1.5 inch pieces. I went to put the shirt on today, and it has a hole in it that pretty much came from a paper trimmer, I think. Or some, I made a hole in it in my craft room somehow. And Debbie J was crafting with Elizabeth yesterday, and she had on her new shirt, which looks so cute. She showed it at the end. And she was like trying not to get paint on it or something. It's like, we do need to wear aprons. I'm going to cut both of these at the same time. And like in the most basic way, the majority of our sheet load is already cut, you guys. I mean, we've got to do our centerpieces, but we've already got our patterned paper cut just like that. Like so easy. Okay. So that part is done. And now we need to do our centerpieces. This is where I'm going to bring in the Gummiapan. They have some really cool, like, Linda made a card with that die that's you're looking at right now. And I was like, what? is that? And where did you get it? And she put me onto them, and Crafty Owl plays with their stuff, and she had used it as well. I thought that die would be really cute, and I like this one. Now, I was kind of thinking of using these because we could cut some things out. We could have some fun with it. But I also just really like this one. This is, oh, it's just called Torn. Really? No, it's got to be in the wrong, package, y'all. That can't be called Torn. That's not Torn. This has got to be Torn. Does that mean that this is old? I don't know, but it's super cool. I really like that shape. All right, these are the ones I pulled to play with the sheet load. So right here, what I was thinking is what you could do is cut the center out. Of your main panel. That's a good size. I don't think this will fit in my little Gina K. The die by itself would, but not the panel. Nope. But the die by itself will. Let me run this through my, oh, she's covered in ink. My die cutting machine. I got all those inks out to show Jay yesterday. And I put them on my die cutting machine. So hold on, let me put them by my door. Let's move her out of the way. I didn't get to watch all of it or anything, but I saw that Giannis Makula and a guy from Spellbinders, sorry, I don't know his name, did a die cutting myths video the other day. Which was informative. And kind of cool because he took the die cutting machines apart. Absolutely love my Bira die cutting machine. I mean, it's just so easy to use. Oh my gosh, it is just a dream machine. Okay, so if we really want to use up some paper, this is what I'm thinking. We cut out those, and then you grab your paper pad again. And you pick a different design to go behind it. Like, ooh, this is pretty. How fun would that be? Pop some flowers behind it coming out of that little hole that we created. I think we can get 4. I think these will be big enough. Yeah. Probably get 4 of them per sheet. I was trying to catch up last night. I still have some more catching up to do. But I answered some things on Instagram, some messages. Let's move these out of the way. All right. Hey, Sonia Krill. How you doing? I'm doing great. I hope you are too. We worked in my little art journal. I don't know if you've seen that yet, but we made just a picture in the art journal. And then now I'm kind of explaining my thought process behind the sheet load this month. I collaborated with Alicia, Call Me Crafty Owl, and coming up with the sheet load. And I'm kind of explaining what my thought process was with it. Yeah, see guys, these could be smaller for sure. And so one thing you could do is really cut these in half and put some on the side too, if you wanted. We'll stick to the sheet load for now. But something like that is really pretty. We can turn it this way. Now we need sentiments and focal points. Don't get tired of me and my people, but they are over here. You could do flowers, you could do all kinds of things. I don't know that my people will work, but you could put people on them. You could put a big sentiment. Let's see, I have some flowers. These kind of go with this paper, but not really. Hey, buddy. Let's move you over here. They're also pretty big. And I don't want to cover the whole design thing that we just did. Okay, so this is where I have to figure out what I want to put on these cards. I think he's pretty cute. Sonia, we worked in this little art journal of mine. And made this page right here today. So that's maybe the only thing that you missed so far. And then just cutting my paper for the sheet load. Looking for a sentiment. Don't know that these are the ones. The earth laughs and flowers. How about that one? He's not laughing. But maybe one day. Might have to switch out our person. That's the only thing, the deadpan look of the Tim Holtz dolls. I think we might have to bring back our laughing ladies, y'all, from yesterday. I think we might have to pop. I like him, but he's got another story to tell. I think we might need our laughing ladies, or I've got a few of these ladies too, and they're nice and colorful. No, they're not doing it for me. Hold on, let me get my laughing ladies. Hold on. Well, some are just smiling and some are cracking up. I know y'all are like, well, this feels like yesterday. Well, that's okay. Showing you can really use your stuff. We don't have to use different stuff every day, right? Just fussy cut her out. These are the Tracy Fox Joyful Portraits. She also has a different one that's kids. So she has one that are like ladies, and I think there's men in there as well, adults and kids. Oh, we can even put the sentiment down here on this border if we want to. I'm going to ink blend it a little bit. Let's just use this one. Hi, Anne. Welcome. I know you've probably been here a while. Miss Paula Rice. Thanks for welcoming everyone. I think I'm just going to like that a little more. We can also put it right up here at the top. Let's do that. I like that. Let's, one last thing. Let's hit this with a little ink. Not too much, just a little bit. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna put some glue here around the edge. Glue this on. You could totally make this like a shaker. Let's turn it this way because it's gonna be turned this way, and I like that better. Okay. Let's glue these on. See, you could cut these in half and double them, and you could put them going every which way. But let's put these on. Now, I believe the cutting instructions for the sheet load is different than what I'm showing you. It is. So follow, you know, follow the sheet load if you want, or go random, or go completely rogue. Okay. So let me line these up real quick. Now, obviously, when you start die cutting and collaging and doing all this, it takes longer to build your cards than when you're following, you know, the sheet load and doing it the way that Alicia designed it, where you're putting panels on, you know, in the center. That's definitely a faster way to go. Okay, and now that is the sheet load, right? I love it. But also, we have these extras. We've got 4 extras. So this is, let me show you. You know, suddenly you could come in here like this and fill in the gaps that way too. Let's do it. So we're not going to make it through all 8 or 9 cards that I cut up today. If you do like me and you cut a bunch of bases for yourself and stuff like that, though, you know, you can just, if you work on the sheet load and you don't sit down and finish a whole sheet load start to finish, you know, just keep your supplies, your pre-cut supplies in a binder, and a pocket, and a whatever storage, the way you like to store them, and you can work on it little by little. Okay. So these are 3/4 of an inch, roughly. I mean, I cut them with my scissors, but they're roughly 3/4 of an inch now instead of 1.5. And that's how I had enough. So this is all still like one sheet of 12 by 12 paper, except for the backing behind my die cut. But you could do this and get this panel from one sheet of paper. There, that's fun. That's a fun alternative. Let's glue this down. I'm wondering if I have Tim Holtz snarky stickers. You know, he has those sticker pads that have like strips of paper like the one we're using today, like this. And he has one that's snarky. I'm wondering if I have it. Aw, I like it. Okay. I've always liked this phrase, the earth laughs and flowers. and let's pop that right up there. There we go. Done. I like it. She is fun. And that is the perfect sentiment for her. Okay. Catching up to you guys. Angie, do you have one? I wonder if I do. Do I have chat filter? I only have top messages. Oh, I wish it would just automatically default to top messages. Yeah, that changed everything. So if I miss anyone, I'm so sorry. I'm the go rogue because once I see something, it's got to be done. I understand that, Sonia. I'm kind of the same way. Like once I've kind of been like, you know, you can do this, then it's like, well, then I've got to. That I've got to do that. All right, so one down. Let's do another. I'm going to try to get through 4 of these. So I'm going to go ahead and get out 4 cards. Ooh, these are already scored. These are the pre-made card bases. Ah. Winner, winner. Chicken dinner. It's going to have to be the back. These are like made out of like poster board material. It's kind of funky, but we're going to use it. I'm not going to not use it just because it's different. All right, so let's grab another panel. And we've got this cutout now, you know, that you could use if you wanted. I don't think it really pops on there, but it kind of pops on here and kind of looks torn. I want to show you, if you don't have this die, don't let that bother you or stop you. Just tear a hole in your paper. No dies, no problem. If you don't like all that white space, tear it this way. Now, my little squares that I cut, it might be bigger than this hole that I've torn, but we'll see. These might be, too small. Nope, they work. That would be another way to get that same look or a similar look. Just tear your own hole in your paper. Make it just a little bigger. Yay! And my pre-cut square still works. La-di-da-di. Cutting it a little close there. Could have ink blended that too, but I didn't, and that's okay too. All right, so definitely need to turn it on the short edge. There we go. I'm going to cut these in half. There we go. Go ahead and get it assembled. I'm always running away. True, Gwen. True. All right. Nothing major, Maddie. Just a very rough work day. Ugh, sorry, Paula. You guys, I did not take a break from work. Yesterday, I worked from 8:30 a.m. to 6:30 p.m. before I clocked out to just catch a break. I immediately went to my garden and watered it. And then went over and a quick visit with family. And then my boys were rearranging our living rooms. Oh, it was a long one. I did dishes and I went back to work. So if you wonder how busy I am, that's how busy I am. Bye, love you. Not you guys, my hubby. I love you guys too, but saying goodbye to the hubs. All right. She could have been peeking out of that. We could totally do that with her. She could peek out of there. I really like these ladies too. Now, I don't have any more of the Earth Laughs and Flowers. I'm sure I have that sentiment in one of my mini stamp sets somewhere. But I'm just cutting these out. Okay, let's find, this is trash. Just throw it away. Let's find another sentiment. I also have these ladies. I'm not feeling any of these sentiments. Let me see if, I know I have some Tim Holtz stickers. Hold on. They're not in my Tim Holtz drawer, though. Yes, I have a Tim Holtz drawer that I was just rifling through. Well, we'll just have to pick some from somewhere else. I was thinking I had put them on my cart over here, so I'm looking. Yeah, I did. I put them close by. Snarky. Now, some of his snark is pretty, like, shh, no one cares. It's more like art journal for me than cards, but that's fine. I need a 6-month vacation twice a year. I feel that. It's a beautiful day to leave me alone. Let's do this one. I meant to behave, but there were too many other options. Excuse me, is your nose in my business? Like, don't tell Tim Holtz to do some snark, because he will do it. Excuse me, is your nose in my business would be so cute with that dog. I'm just saying, because dogs, if they're anything like my dog anyways, she's always got her nose in somebody else's business. That's such a dog thing though, right? Hi, Carmen. Thank you. Glad y'all liked that one. That was fun. I like that one too. I told myself yesterday after we made those cards, like, okay, do a different style tomorrow. Can't keep working with those ladies. Well, guess what? We're going to work with them anyways. We can work with ladies as much as we want. I'm going to have so many snarky cards and like fun birthday cards now. And I didn't have enough before, you guys. I just really didn't. So I'm really excited about that. She's getting an edit. I'm not cutting out all that little fussy stuff. Okie dokie. I think she's pretty fabulous. She kind of blends a little much with her background. I'm not gonna lie, she might pop better off a different background. But we can make it work. Yeah, we're definitely just gonna get through 4 cards. And I said I wouldn't be here for hours. And I think I've already been here an hour. Okie doke. Let's ink blend around her too. Might help her pop a little more. This is a little too big for this spot. It helps her a little bit. A wee little bit. What if... Okay, where's her sentiment? I meant to behave, but there were too many other options. I know. The craft store is full of them. I'm thinking it's going to go something like this. And we might just put her on a tag of sorts. Just a strip of paper. Here's one. Let's just make a little tag and we'll pop her on the tag. Be cute to attach it like a bookmark to where it could be a bookmark. I think we can do it. Let's take this off. I think we can do it. All right. I'm going to ink blend this. You can ink blend in any color. It doesn't have to be brown. You can do pink, green, blue, yellow, purple, any color of the rainbow. I'm just choosing brown today. Scorched timber to be exact. think what I'm going to try to do is put this all on this tag. So I want to build up my sentiments right here. Yes. And I don't even think I want that behind it. I think I just want kind of a plain tag situation. I'm going to let her shine. Put that up at the top. I think we've done it. I think this is it. Okay. I'm going to go with the smaller one first. Can't remember if it's the small one or the big one. It's the big one. But I can always make it bigger. I can't make it smaller. There we go. I've been loving these big, wide eyelets lately. I just think they're so cool. Okay. So, yep. And she's going to go right there. I could have stamped like flowers or something on the back of this bookmark. I have some right here. Let's just do it. It popped in my head, just like Sonia Crilly said. So we're going to do it. We're going to stamp those on with a little bitty stamping block. And I'm going to do a fun color. You know what? Pull out this Catherine puller since I have it out. Let's use this pucker up. All right. Move it off my card base. If you have water-based markers like Tombow, not acrylic markers and not alcohol markers, definitely not alcohol. You could probably get away with acrylic, but not alcohol. You can color your stamps. Like we could have colored those yellow and the stems green and all that stuff, but we're not doing that today. We don't have that kind of time on our hands. Just letting you know you could do it. All right. I think we're there. She just needed a little something behind her. And now I got to put more glue on because it's mostly dry. This stuff dries quick. This is the Lineco PVA glue. I still get questions about that sometimes. Yes. Yes, girl. Yes. All right. Hi, Anne. How's it going? Welcome, welcome. You like the organic tear even better, Maddie? Oh, good. Yeah, anybody can do that. I like the die because it adds what you couldn't see in my first card is the stitching and stuff that it adds. It is pretty cool. But you can definitely, you know, there's always a workaround for the most part. Okay, we have to figure out real quick, like, if I want this to be detachable, like a bookmark, and I do, then we've got to work that into our design. I think what I'm going to do is use a strip of paper, kind of like a belly band, and that way it can come in and out, like, or create like a little pocket so that our bookmark can come in and out. So let's do that. Let's get a book page. Sorry, I thought it was right here. I guess not. It's all right. We'll just grab another sheet of this. I'm going to cut it down to 4. Could do a little less, so we'll do 3 inches. And then I'm just going to make a little pocket to go right here that can hold the bookmark. There we go. Well, that's one way to add a bookmark to your card. I love her. She's pretty fabulous. She probably needs some sari silk up here, but we're going to call it quits on that card for right now. But that is essentially done, minus some, you know, sari silk. See, let me bring this up close. See the stitching around the edges? There you go. Now you can see it. It does have some really cool stitching and details in that die that get left behind in your paper. Okay, 2 down. Let's fly through these next 2. I really love this one. I think I want to use this one with this die. I haven't used this die yet. I think it'll be really cool with this lady, these standing ladies too. I will try to find this on the Color Me Nordic, which is where I got these, the Color Me Nordic website, because this is a really neat one. But I will try to find them and link them for you guys. See, she's going to stand right there, just beautifully. That lady has a pet duck or a bird or something. Yeah, she's going to be perfect right there. Okay, cool. I have this strip that we just cut out. Looky there. It's like it was meant to be. I'm going to make it a little crooked so it goes through a little better. There we go. Wham bam, thank you, ma'am. When I say thank you, ma'am, I mean Miss Gina K. There we go. Let's fussy cut her out. We'll find her a sentiment as well. Is it me you're looking for? That's what she's saying. She's like, did you say you have a winning lottery ticket? Is it me you're looking for? Okay, let me catch the, sorry, the chat isn't moving, so let me fix that real quick like. Oh, you tagged me on a video. Oh, I'll go look for it, Carmina. I mean, Carmen. Carmelita. I will go look. And thank you. We're gonna have to cut that out. Oh, my little scissors have disappeared. Sparkle Heart is crafting. I keep teasing her. I'm like, so you want to become a card maker? A journal maker? The answer is always no. But I'll keep asking. Oh, I love her. And I love this doorway, y'all. I really do. When I saw it, it was one of the first things I ordered from Color Me Nordic was that. Because I just knew I would use it and love it. Took me a little while, but yes. Like it so much. Okay. Let's get... That's right. I only need 2 anyways. These going. Oh, I know. I know, y'all. I do. I need to slow down, but I can't. I know, like, and I am like usually like incredibly prompt with like responses. And I know the HR emailed me the other day and I still haven't responded. It's about, you know, a new hire situation, but it's just like, man, I don't have time to even think about that right now. But I will. But usually I'm like respond right away. I don't like to leave things lingering. But I'm just too busy. I just have to prioritize. Like, we're not going to be able to bring these new people on until after my conference that I'm organizing. And I 100% organize this conference. So, and it takes place next week. So that comes first. But I will email them today. Don't worry. All right, here we go. Yeah, I decompressed last night by hanging out with my sister-in-law for a whole 20 minutes. But hey, 20 minutes with a girlfriend can go a long way. And then honestly, doing dishes is kind of relaxing because, you know, hot soapy water. It's like a functional hot bath, like, you know, you get to soak in some hot soapy water, but also get the dishes done. These are the things I tell myself. And I know I have a teenager. I shouldn't have to do dishes, but my teenager will not do dishes. That's like a hard pass, unfortunately. Okay. Let's find her a sentiment. And again, this is Small Talk Snarky from Mr. Holtz. Hey, train wreck, this isn't your station. I love that one. Some of them are pretty hardcore. I want you to know that someone cares. Not me, but someone. Oh, I like this one. For a card. Your crazy is showing. You might want to tuck that back in. I have a lot of crazy friends. So I've got a good heart, but this mouth, oh, that's another good one. I could totally put that on a card. Yeah, so I will have people to give this to. Your crazy is showing. You might want to tuck that back in to figure out where this is going. So you put that right up there. And then we could put this one down here, maybe. It's gonna have to go right on the edge to fit it in. But we can do that. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. Oh, these are fun. I am definitely I'm in my snarky girl era. I have card making, I would say, this week. And I'm here for it. I'm loving it. I'm looking to see if there is anything else, any other layer. Let's put a ticket with it, you know? I think that would be cute. Let me get some tickets out. Flipping through my ephemera folder, I made a bunch of tickets. I don't know where I put them. I thought they were just sitting right there on my desk, which would have been most convenient, but they are not. These aren't tickets. Just kind of random numbers and things. It might still be interesting back there. Just want another layer. See what happens when you clean up your desk? Or what happens when I clean up my desk? I lose things. Okay. Let's see if we want to add these in. for one, we could give her something to stand on so she's not floating. Bear with me as we work this out. I think I'm just going to put this one on here so she's not floating. She has something to stand on and call it a day. Okay? All right. For this card, let's glue this down because I don't trust stickers. I have trust issues when it comes to stickers. Di, you had a live today. That's awesome. Beth was multitasking. She was hanging out with both of us. I don't know how she's doing that first thing in the morning. But I'm proud. Proud of you, Beth. What were you working on, Di? What's the leverage? Librarian. Oh. When you say librarian, are you talking about Tracy? If y'all didn't know it, Tracy at Mindless Crafting is a retired librarian. I loved her. Did I finish my thought earlier? I don't even know. I loved her little flower pots she made yesterday. She was just using like cereal board and cutting out flower pots, and then she had a freebie. I always love the things that Tracy makes. And they're so Tracy. I know, you know, there's some people where you like see their stuff and you're like, oh, I know Tracy made that. She definitely has her own style, and I love it. I love everything that she makes. Oh my gosh, she told the funniest story about a relative that was giving, her daughter a hard time, and they were eating dinner, and he had a plate full of food, and she just went over and picked up his plate and put it in the trash and was like, you can go now. She's like, you don't mess with my family. Oh, I could see Tracy doing that, and I love it. She's like, All right. I love this sentiment, you guys. This is fun. You're crazy is showing. You might want to tuck that back in. Y'all probably feel like that about me every day. All right. Another one down. Isn't that a great die? Oh my gosh. I love it, especially for people. Okay, last one, and then I've got to run. Heavy sigh. I really liked this green. I think that's really pretty. Let's use that. I'm going to have all these pre-cut sheet loads to work with. Lucky girl. All right, we might use this die again because I love it so much, and I have other girls. Grab another sheet of paper. I love that at the same time that we're making these really fun sheet loads, we're using up paper, and I love that for us. Something to go with that green. too same. Too same. Let's do this one. You guys, I'm putting a dent in this paper pad. Okay, just cut this right up the middle. Eyeballing it, of course. Miss Bertha, how you doing? And good morning, Miss Linda. You have been so busy, and I love all the cards. I saw some of your stuff. I was trying to catch up on Instagram yesterday because I've just been out of. I've not been on Instagram, and I've been trying the last 2 days to post photos of my cards there. I like to do that for you guys. I like to post, you know, what I've been working on, and you get to get a close-up view of it because sometimes you don't get that as much in a video as you can in a photo. But yeah, I like to keep up with my friends over there. So Linda's posting some awesome stuff. Miss Di Porter has, I found her. Became her friend on Instagram yesterday too. Okay. Green leaves or funky polka dots. I think we're gonna go green leaves. Alrighty. And if you don't have a T-ruler, but you have the sheet load, I'll show you this again. You can line your pieces up this way. Just line your card base up to this card base, top and bottom. And then you just use it like a little template. Who did this? Was it Beck Ann? I think it was Beck Ann who showed this in her video. I think a couple of people used it this way. I just use the T-ruler, but this is another way. T-rulers are really great tools, I think, that to have in your craft room. You can get them on Amazon. I know some people make small T-rulers for A2 card makers, but like for me, I don't see the point just because I'm a 5x7 card maker. So I just buy a regular T-ruler that is 12 inches long, and then I can use it on anything. It's one of those things like buy once and have more options. But if you're chiefly an A2 card maker, you can get a T-ruler that's made for A2 card makers. I know 2 different people make them. Amanda at Pear Blossom Press has an A2 version, and Simon Says Stamp. I've seen people use the Simon Says Stamp one, so I definitely recommend them. I don't know why these look so crooked to me, but they do. It might be the patterns on the paper. Okay, let's get a girl. I like the lady with her duck, and I like the lady with her dog. Let's find a sentiment first. Oh, it's this one. Excuse me, here's your nose. I found it in my business. I thought that would be good with a dog. But like, who would I give that card to? No one. Let's use this one. If you met my family, you would understand. I also like the sarcasm is strong with this one. So many great sentiments. If you met my family, you would understand. And yeah, I think we're gonna do the lady with the duck. Because that probably makes sense for her. Oh, Carmen, I hope you feel better. Sorry you've been sick. I know, Flo, I know, but you know, the sooner I get off to work, the sooner I get off of work. Maybe. I'm not complaining, I'm just saying. Good thing I don't consider this work. This is fun. This is my therapy time, my time with friends. I get to hang out with my friends 3 days a week because I am a YouTuber with lives and my friends come and hang out. So I still make this a priority. It's happening. And I'm happy for it. So grateful. Thanks for hanging out with me, you guys. And then we get to welcome new friends in. And I love that. So these ladies, I'm afraid I have cut away and done away with the piece of paper that has the name on it. But I have it in my sheet load video. I have a link to it and I will go and find the link later and add it. They're pretty close to some ones that I've been working on. I'm gonna have a set of my own coming out eventually. Because I just love using people. I'm in my people era of card making. For the longest time, I wouldn't use a paper doll or anything, and now I use them all the time. Okay, she's gonna go right there with her little duck. Lovely. And we can put that right across them. Let's put this on a strip of paper. I'm gonna get a scrap out. We're almost done, so I'll try to get caught up to y'all's. Ooh, let's use this one. Talk about a scrap. I don't even know how that got saved, but we're gonna use it. So let me catch up in case y'all have any questions or anything. My hair is coming out nice. My flat iron finally smoking hot. Nice, Sonia. Oh my gosh, I don't know if I've told y'all this, but Sparkle Heart really wants to straighten her hair sometimes, you know, with a flat iron. But she has 4C hair that is, I don't want to damage it. So we've never done it. We've never straightened her hair. Well, for Christmas, I did my research to try to find her one that would be safe for her hair type. And I I wrapped it up and put it under the tree. And on the card attached to the gift, it said, you know, for Sparkle Heart from Mommy. And then it said, shh, secret. So she ran off to her room and opened it and then came and gave me a big hug. We have yet to use that flat iron. But she really wants to. I think we're going to try to figure it out this summer. I just need a really good heat and protectant for her. Sonia, if you have any recommendations, do you like the pattern stuff from Tracy Ellis Ross? I mean, I just like Tracy Ellis Ross, so it makes me think I would like it, but that's, you can't do that. So do you use a heat protectant? If so, which one, and what do you recommend? Miss Sonia Krill, if you're still here, I'd love to know. I've been trying to get her to use more like daily moisturizers, like to put in her hair to get it really moisturized too before we start straightening it. She's not going to straighten it every day, but for special occasions. Otherwise, she rocks a big, fat, awesome afro. And it's spectacular. Let's give her something to stand on as well. Hair talk. I'm gonna have to pull up her little footsies before they get glued down forever. All right, we're just gonna use this green piece, pop that underneath her right there, kind of like we did with the other girl. Okay, let's glue this stuff down. Almost done, you guys, almost done. Beth, will you be live today? What you working on? I know you've been working on a journal. You're always working on a journal. But I want to say it was Melinda, but that might not be the right name. Medina. What is your journal's name you've been working on? It starts with an M. You're over the rain. Oh man, I am loving it because we're going to be roasting in triple digit weather for months. So I will take as much cloud and rain as I can get. Because what happens here in Central Texas is once it's gone, and you don't see it again for ages. If you met my family, you'd understand. Where should I put it? Should I put it across her? I kind of like it across her. Y'all help me. I got to zoom past some comments. Oh no, and I can tell they're juicy and good. Oh man. What? I'm that far behind? Oh my gosh. Oh yeah, Cheryl, but we're almost done. Okay, tell me, does the sentiment, y'all want the sentiment, should we put it in the center across her like that? Or should we put it down here at the bottom like that? Top, or we'll say middle or bottom. I'm gonna go back. I miss so many good, I have ringlet curls. It takes an hour to straighten my hair, and the humidity here has the curls, yeah, springing back up before I leave the house. I know. It's curly at the roots and straight at the tips. Not a good look. Oh. You haven't tried Tracy Ellis Ross. Okay. Do you use a heat protectant? Oh boy, having a hot flash while using the hot iron? Yeah. That's no fun. Bottom. I got one for bottom. Oh, Alyssa, how high? 5K? I have 4C hair type. I don't have the straight more than twice a year. I mostly twist them and let them air dry. Keep them curly and leave-in conditioner. That's what we do. We've never straightened it. But, you know, she's gonna want to play with her hair, and I get that. Everyone's saying the bottom. Okay, let me put it at the bottom. You know, and it's like, I don't know. My parents never gave me anything to rebel against. And I kind of want to take the same approach in a sense. The bottom one. So if the girl wants to play with her hair, I want to let her play with her hair. I never straightened it or anything because I wanted her to embrace and love her curls first, which she does. But you know, girls want different things. I'm the same way. Why do you think I have so many craft supplies? So I get it. I get it. Okay, if we had more time, they could have pearls and gems and things like that, but we don't have that kind of time on our hands. These would be really pretty on there from the Simon Says stamp collection, but let's take a look. We've got 4 cards, 4 sheet loads, and then I have a whole pile. So next time I want to come in and make a sheet load, just keep all this together so I can remember what I was going to use it for. So I'll just keep all that together in a little box or something. You can get those little photo boxes. You can put them in a Ziploc bag, girlfriend. You don't have to have anything fancy, but it is nice, you know, to keep the pieces together. So today we used the Gummiapan dies. We used this one, which I think is called Torn, to cut the hole out of this one. The Earth Laughs and Flowers. Just love that one. Then I Meant to Behave, but there were too many other options with a little bookmark. And this one we tore out the center. No die for that one. I think this one could still use more. Like when I was making it, I was thinking that pocket could really use some flowers. You know? That way when you take the bookmark out, you got something to look at. I don't think red is the right color. That one's too big. It's going to cover everything up on our girlfriend. That could work. I'm just going to put glue here on the pocket. There we go. Now I don't have to worry about gluing it shut. All right, we'll do that. It just needed a little something more, but we've got the pocket. And on this one, we did the stripes or the little pieces all around. We did them length and width, so that was different. The rest we stuck to the sheet load. So this one says, "You're crazy is showing. You might want to tuck that back in." So funny, so cute. I love this. I will definitely, like, these are cards I will give for sure. Kind of things I like to send and give. If you met my family, you'd understand. And she is talking to a bird. So it felt like the right sentiment with the right girl. Okay, she might not be talking to the bird, but she might be. And I think it's a duck. I'm not really sure. But those are our cards today. I missed so much juicy chat. I'm so sorry, guys. What had happened was I changed from top comments to all midstream, and it threw off the whole thing. But we've got 4 more sheet loads, and you know, the main point that I wanted to deliver for you guys today is that I did design these with 6x6 paper in mind. So you can smash your 6x6 paper pads, make 5x7 cards. I almost forgot, we also worked in our little art journal, my art journal, and made this at the beginning. And that was fun. I like how this ended up looking kind of like a water puddle. It's really my fingerprint smearing it out like that. But it kind of looks like she's walking through the water, which when it rains, Sparkle Heart and I still like to go splash in water puddles. So yeah, I'm here for it. That was a lot of fun. And there's 4 more pages left. And then this little fun experiment will be done. Debbie, it was so fun hanging out with you and Elizabeth yesterday. I was talking about your live earlier this morning. Oh, Sonia, I know that's a struggle. I know that can be a struggle. I have, ever since, you know, my daughter was born, I was like, I'm going to have her love her hair. I think it's normal for most people. Like, I've always had straight hair and I wanted it to be curly. People have curly hair, they want straight hair. I think it's very normal. But yeah, you know, I know that a lot of women were conditioned, the older generation were conditioned not to love their curls, not to love their hair. And that is sad. We've all got to embrace it. We've all got to embrace who we are, right? I'm still working on that, even for myself. But I was determined to guide my daughter to love her hair. And now she rocks a big, huge afro. That is fabulous. Okay. All right, guys, I gotta go. I gotta head out of here. But this was a whole lot of fun. We got 4 more sheet load cards made. 4 more fun cards for my stash. I will be back on Saturday. What are we gonna do on Saturday? I have no idea. So sorry. And after I finish this live, I'll get my thumbnail up and I will link to the 2 dies that I used today for you guys from Gummiapan. I buy them at Color Me Nordic. I think this one is called Old Something. That's how I'm going to look it up. And this one's called Torn. Just in case you're interested. I will have those linked for you. Not affiliate links, but you know, just so you know, because you may want that one or that one. I don't know. All right, I gotta go. Love you all. Have a super awesome day, and I will see you on Saturday. Bye, everyone.